The child who painted what no human can adaptable. Gallery smelled faintly of metallic resin and lavender, typical scents on the Varelian trade moons. I stepped inside, my boots clicking softly on the polished prism glass floor. Walls shimmered with canvases from across the galaxy, plasmy, psionic color bursts, living sculptures encased in stabilizing cubes. But all the brilliance in the cosmos couldn't compare to the one painting that had dragged me across 5-star systems. It hung in the center of the gallery like a crown jewel, a swirl of blue so deep it felt like it drowned sound. Threads of white spiraled through it like memories drifting in a void. And above it all, a crescent of gold, thin and sharp, like a blade drawn across the heavens. My painting, or at least, it should have been. I stared at it for almost a full minute before the gallery owner drifted toward me, his tendrils softly swaying. A Varelian of advanced age, his exoskeleton etched with ceremonial grooves. He spoke with the polite rasp of someone who had learned 27 languages but never quite mastered the human art. You are admiring Eclipse of the Firstborn, he said. It is the single most important painting in post-collapse pre-unification cosmic art. I swallowed. Sir, this painting, I drew it when I was 7. The gallery owner froze. No, not froze, went absolutely still, which was something Varelians only did when their brain cases surged with extreme emotional spikes. Then he whispered, "Impossible." The painting from my childhood. He reached into my travel pack, hands trembling. The old earth paper was wrinkled from too many years, folded in a shoebox. I unfolded it, revealing a crude children's version of the painting on the wall. Same swirl of deep blue dots, same white drift, same crescent of gold. The gallery owner leaned closer, his eyes shifting through spectrums as he scanned my drawing. This cannot be. I told you, I said quietly. I made this when I was 7. My mum framed it. It hung in my childhood room until our house burned down. Only this copy survived. The alien's tendrils twitched violently. He gently took the paper from my hand and held it under the gallery lights. Human coloration, early format earth pigments, children's grain strokes. His voice broke. This is genuine. There is no deception. But that is impossible. Absolutely impossible. My heart thudded. Why? He turned, almost afraid, to look at the original painting again, because this masterpiece was discovered, sealed inside a crystalline ruin on Vorel Prime, a ruin that predates humanity by at least 83,000 years. The impossible Machi blinked. That doesn't make sense, I said. I drew it in school, Mrs. Ralston's 2nd grade art class. No human could have seen this design, the alien insisted. The ruin was discovered only 7 years ago, and the interior was sealed by molecular lock. We had to use a quantum lattice disruptor to open it. Nothing living touched it until then. Yet here I am, I said. And I definitely drew this. The alien didn't speak. He simply stared at me, then back at the painting, then at my copy, over and over. Finally, he said something I never expected. Human. Has anyone ever tested your mind? Tested. I frowned. For what? For temporal resonance. I laughed. I'm not a time traveler. No, the alien said softly. But perhaps your mind remembers something your species should not. The ruin of the FIRSTBRN. He guided me to a side room, where the gallery stored additional artifacts. In the center sat a hologram 3D reconstruction of the ruin where the original painting had been found. A star-shaped temple, walls carved with spirals identical to the ones I'd drawn by instinct as a child. This ruin belonged to the firstborn of Varel, the owner said, a species considered myth until recently, the ancestors of nearly 40 sentient lineages. They vanished before your kind learned to form tools, and my painting matches their art. Perfectly, he answered. Too perfectly. Not just in form, but in intent. Intent. The alien's tone grew reverent. The firstborn painted visions, prophecies, echoes of what was and what would be. A chill crawled up my spine. Are you saying? I foresaw something, not foresaw. The alien shook his head. Remembered. The child who dreamed of SDRS. He studied me carefully. Tell me, when you created this drawing at age 7, did you see it in a dream? I hesitated. Yes, and was the dream peaceful? No. My throat tightened as old memories rose. It was terrifying. I was floating in a massive blue void. There were lights, voices, and a sense that something ancient was watching me. The alien shuddered. That is consistent with reports. Reports of what? Humans experiencing contact dreams. My heart stopped. You mean aliens contacting kids? No, he whispered. The opposite. The firstborn sending echoes forward in time. Their end was catastrophic. They projected their memories through space-time itself, scattering them like seeds. Seeds. Seeds to be received by future minds capable of grasping them. Minds untouched by their own biases. He paused. Children, the firstborns. Message A stared down at my childish painting. The swirl, the white drift, the golden crescent. What does it mean? The alien activated a second hologram, a cosmic map. The blue spiral, he said, is the Trinari maelstrom formed 80 millennia ago. The white drift. I asked, interstellar dust wave that followed its collapse. And the golden crescent. He hesitated. That is what we do not yet understand. It does not match any known cosmic event. Many fear it is a warning of future catastrophe. He stepped closer, but the attempt to preserve this message across time may have required transmitting fragments into receptive minds, and one of those fragments ended up in me. Exactly. WHY me. I felt dizzy. I was just a kid. Why would they choose me? The alien actually smiled, a thin ripple across his features. Humans have unusually high neural flexibility, creative intuition, unfiltered emotional resonance. Many races consider your kind unpredictable. His tone softened. But unpredictability is a gift in the cosmic scale. He held up my drawing once more, a 7-year-old human, expressing a firstborn prophecy before the prophecy was even rediscovered. That is extraordinary. He lowered the paper. You may be the key to interpreting the final piece of their message. The gallery's DHISION, the owner turned back toward the masterpiece, human. I must ask, do you wish to claim authorship? I blinked. What? Legally, ethically, if you created this pattern first, by firstborn inheritance or cosmic resonance, you could challenge our claim. You could become the artist of the most valuable painting in 7 galaxies. I looked at the canvas. Stunning, beautiful, perfect. But it wasn't my hand that painted it. Only my dream. No, I said. I'm not the artist. The firstborn were. The alien nodded respectfully. Then what do you want? I took a breath. I want to understand what the message means. He stared at me for several long seconds, then pressed a panel on the wall. A locked door slid open. Inside was a chamber filled with more artifact spirals, sketches, stone tablets, fragments of ancient canvases. You are the first human we have ever shown this to, he said. If the firstborn reached across time to contact your mind, then you deserve to help interpret their final warning. The final PA placed my childhood drawing next to the ancient masterpiece. Look closely, he said. I did, and then I saw it's something neither the gallery nor the archaeologists had noticed. A pattern hidden in the white drift. A secondary symbol woven through the dust wave. I whispered, barely audible. It's a map. The alien's tendrils froze. To where? He asked. I pointed at the golden crescent. That isn't just a symbol. It's a trajectory, leading to a star that doesn't exist yet. A star that will be born in about 200 years. The room went silent. The alien trembled. This is monumental. It means the firstborn weren't warning us, I whispered. They were guiding us, telling us where to look. For what? He asked. I stared at the painting, feeling the weight of 80,000 years pressing on my spine. For something they left behind before they died. The human who remembered the FIR-SDB Oren, the gallery owner, bowed his head. Human, you may have just uncovered the greatest mystery of our age. I exhaled shakily. Then let's solve it. And in that moment, standing in an alien gallery, under shimmering lights, with two paintings separated by millennia, but united by the mind of a 7-year-old human, I felt something I'd never felt before. Not fear, not confusion, destiny, because sometimes, in the vast infinity of the galaxy, humanity remembers what others have forgotten. Asterisk.